Welcome to Ram Jam. Ram Jam, featuring the gentleman of reggae, David Rodigan.
Trinidad Tobago, salute!
The long-awaited return is here, TNT.
Rodigan play.
So right now, every song, man, everybody who love dubplates, everybody in the song clash fraternity is locked on right now, because in the building we have the legendary, the one and only Ram Jam, Roddy, David Rodigan!
I don't think I can follow the intro. Trinidad and Tobago, it's great to be back. I'm so excited. I haven't been here for many years. The last time I was here it was a clash with Babyface, Lionface, and that was a lot of fun. And tomorrow night it's going to be even more fun because the local sounds are playing as well. Right. And if somebody tries to ambush me tomorrow night, I'm ready. I'm ready because it could just be I'm being set up here. I wouldn't know. Am I being set up?
No, it's not set up. But some of these guys from Trinidad, they
Of course they are. They want to take a strike.
Of course.
They want to take a strike. No, seriously, sound class culture is very important because it is unique to this music that we love. And the great thing about the music we love is it is universal.
Correct.
And if you were to do a police lineup and say which is the reggae fan, you wouldn't be able to tell them because the most unlikely looking people are hardcore reggae nuts, men and women. And that's the thing about the music, it is universal, it is global. And the songs, the songs, I mean, the songs that made reggae great still sound even better than they did originally because more people know them and they have become anthems. And the reason I fell in love with this music is because I was hooked on it in the summer of '67. I was 16, I was living in I was a country bumpkin, living in a small village in Oxfordshire, in the middle of nowhere, and I heard these ska records being played on pirate radio in the North Sea, and I was like, what is this? And they're saying, oh, it's Jamaican music, it's called ska, and I never looked back.
So that's right?
Sorry?
It's 47 years you in the business. 47 years, that's a long time.
Yeah.
And I saw you on your Instagram the other day, and you were real dancing up in studio. I think it was a Major Lazer.
Yeah.
And you were like, yo, something about this music just keeps you young.
Yeah.
You know, even at, I don't want to put your age out there, but even at your age.
Oh, I'm proud of my age.
74 years old.
74.
Even at 74, you still feel like the music. And I've understood that. Exactly.
You know, there's a saying, inside every old man, there's a young boy trying to figure out what happened. And what happened with me was nothing happened. I just carried on loving the music. I got older, the music got younger, but I still found it as exciting as Is that selector playing it too fast? Are you playing it too fast? There you go. I need it to be played at the right speed, thank you.
I love you.
We were having we were talking about this in the car earlier on.
Right.
And what drives me crazy, my pet hate, is selectors that play everything like chipmunks. It's too fast. It's I don't understand why they do that.
The DJs are
it's a TikTok thing. Everything's got to be faster.
You know, the evolution. You know, you can't fight it. I understand.
So I have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I'm very happy to be still playing the music I love and still be completely hung up on it. Nothing's changed. I've just got a bit older.
True inspiration, because I myself saying, I doing this like 26 years, and I'm like, should I retire? 26.
What are you going to do?
You know what? Exactly. What am I going to do?
For real?
Oh, man, sit on a rocking chair
just running out of the house. You'll drive her mad.
Of course. So, inspiration right there, for real. So let's talk about tomorrow. Let's talk about welcome to Ram Jam.
Well, I've deliberately, obviously one has to look at the crowd and kind of assess what you need to play on the night, but I've got some ideas about what I will be playing, and it'll be a reflection of the beauty of this music across the 70 years that it's been made. So you're going to get a bit of everything tomorrow night, and I'm really looking forward to it. And I know people want to hear the classic dub.
Right.
Playing in the ghetto tonight. Of course. When they gonna rock you tonight? Murderer, Rodigan, murderer. Oh Lord, and so on and so forth. I mean, I'm not even claiming to sing. I'm probably not in the right key, but yeah.
Nah, good enough, man.
Drive on, don't stop at all, and so on and so forth. I'd rather dead with me Bible in me hand and the prayers of the Father, Panhead, and all those classics.
So,
and Bitty McLean on special. Oh gosh, when I got this. When a sound tried to test Rodigan. So I can't hit those notes, but it's one of my most prized dubplates in my dubplate collection. And that's the thing. People say, "Oh, what's with all the dubplate thing?" Well, unless you're kind of in that world, it doesn't make sense. Why would you go and recut songs that have already been made in different versions with your name on it? Because dubplate culture demanded it. And I think this is sometimes what we forget. I've said this many times. In the chain of command, in the order of proceedings, who comes first? The songwriter. Without the songwriters, no songs. The singers, the players of instruments, the engineers that record the sessions, so important. Then the pressing of the records back in the day. But the DJs, we're at the end of the chain, right? Because if the singer doesn't sing and the writer doesn't write and the musicians can't play, you and I, we don't have a job, right?
Correct.
But when we do get songs, we are in a position to turn other people on. And all we do is we share our passion, me and you here tonight in this room, on this radio station, wondering if anyone's listening because we can't see them. We hope they are, and hope that they're feeling what we feel when we talk about music, when we play music. And that is the essence of this, how we do it. So if you take it to a next level, which is what happened in Jamaica in the 70s, where the sound system owners and selectors would go to King Tubby's, go to Lee Perry, go to Randy's and say, listen, I want a different cut of this, so that when I play out, people are going to go, oh my God, what was that? And that's where the whole dubplate thing started, because in the beginning, there was no one's name was on those dubs. It was a different mix. It could only be played by Duke Reed, could only be played by Downbeat. And that's how it started. And then in the late 80s, people like Stone Love started putting their names in it, and then you started getting the artist to voice on it, late 80s, as though they were in the dance. Because remember, back in the day, the artist would freestyle in the dance over the rhythm track. So when you take that to the next level, which is you're going to clash with someone, means that you've got to play and can only play songs which have your name in it, that you can counteract somebody else. It then becomes a musical chess game, and it's fascinating and very exciting, and there's a massive audience for it. I mean, you've got the Far East Rulers in Japan. You've got sound systems, Australia, all over the world. You've got sound systems cutting dubs and going into competitions to have fun, because it is a musical chess game. Oh, don't. My selector has a movie without a thing called I'm about to get a present.
So you call a lot of the classics that you have, the classic dubs. You're singing some of them just so by chance. You have. I had access. You have any Bob Marley dubs?
No, and people thought I had a Bob Marley dub, and let me tell you exactly what happened there. A friend of mine was in a house in Jamaica, his name is Trevor Wyatt, and he worked at Island Records. His responsibility was to listen to old tapes. So he had this, literally a small loop of tape playing, checking, and there was nothing on there. He went into the kitchen, and from the kitchen he heard, "Oh, an iron like a lion inside." He rushed back in. What is this? It was on the tail end of a reel of tape, and Bob Marley had sung this song called Iron Lion Zion. So when I heard about it, I went to Island Records and I said, can you give me that as it is now, raw? And they said, okay. So I cut the plate on the raw rhythm, right? It had never come out. Within a few weeks, they'd rebuilt the rhythm, put a whole new spin on it, and it was released. However, I had a clash with Ricky Trooper, and I knew Ricky Trooper loved the cuss rhythm. He loved that rhythm. So I said to Shawnee B, who's a wicked selector and a great engineer, I said, sure, this is before the days of apps where you could do things, you had to do everything manually. And he spent hours and hours and hours cutting Bob Marley's vocal onto the cuss rhythm. So when I played that against Ricky Trooper, everyone thought I had a Bob Marley dub, but I didn't. And I mean, some people say Bob did a dub for Tippertone. He may well have done them. Why wouldn't he have done? Possibly at that time. But in answer to the thing about Rodigan has a Bob Marley dub, no, I have different mixes of things. But in terms of having your name in it, as far as yeah, and we know that people. I mean, that was the thing that was the thing that really killed me, was when I clashed Jaro in '93 in My High Temple, right? In 1 for 1, I had Prince Buster on dub. You lick him down, you kick him down in bounce right back, and Ghost Dance. And in Ghost Dance on dub, Prince Buster calls Jaro's name, and I played it in the 1 for 1. Crowd didn't know it. Right. If I'd played Hard Man for Dead, they'd have known it. What did he play to counteract? He played a Bob Marley dub. But it wasn't Bob Marley. And years later I found out it wasn't. It was a singer called, his name escapes me, but he sang Bob Marley dubs. He sang just like Bob Marley. And they did, Ricky Trooper did that. And it wasn't Bob Marley.
Right.
It's like those Burning Spear dubs. It wasn't Burning Spear. But it's part of the game. I think probably the funniest thing I ever saw was a dance in Montego Bay, me and Stone Love. And I heard Stone Love play, "You're Living Dangerously," Bounty Killer, and Barrington Levy. How would you get them together? That would be impossible. So I said to Wee Pal, how did you get that dub? And he just smiled. And I realised that part of the entertainment game sometimes is to create things that give the impression, because it works in the dance, calling Stone Love's name, somebody sounding like, but not actually claiming it's them. Right. It's part of the entertainment game.
They used to have I can't remember the two, splicing or something we used to call, at least in Trinidad we used to call it like splicing.
Splice dubs.
Yeah, like spliced dubs. No, not like we know splice dubs might be, some people call it fake or whatever, but we, but I get what you're saying in terms of like, No,
I mean, it's part and parcel of the entertainment business, and it has become so over the years that sometimes you just think that could work, that will work, let me try that, and the crowd response, that's it.
I'm actually amazed at how you remember like the details of Clash from 1993. That's insane to me.
Can't forget it.
So tomorrow, right? Yeah. So tomorrow is the biggest dubplates.
Yeah.
And what we talking, like the classic tunes, and it's like what you're juggling, we just taking it is our musical vibes as well. So
I mean, I couldn't mix a cake, everyone knows that. This guy can though. This dude. No, seriously, I can't mix, but I never could. And but to me, it's just about
that's the beauty of song Clash, The beauty is it's more the vibe. Of course, it's your plates, what you have to bring to the table, your argument, So I think
exactly. Yeah. And tomorrow's not.
Rhythm.
Tomorrow's there is no Clash tomorrow night unless someone tries it on. No, seriously.
No.
There's no Clash. No. It's just fun. It's going to be lovely. It's going to be cool vibes, and it's going to be reflecting back on 70 years of the music that we all love here in Trinidad and Tobago. I honestly can't wait. I've flown a long way to be here just for this dance tomorrow night, and I really am looking forward to it.
Good vibes, man. Good vibes. Stick around though, because we still have some time. We're gonna take a little break here, and we're gonna talk some more. So tomorrow though, everybody, all they need to get those tickets. Let me talk to my virgin here.
Yo.
The microphone on?
Yeah, man.
All right, niceness.
All like popcorn.
Yes. So talk to me. What's going on tomorrow in terms of tickets? Venue, timing, because I didn't see timing.
So gates opening at 9 p.m. Right? Gates opening at 9 p.m. sharp. Right? We have DJ Mello, we have Scorpion International, they will be doing the early warm.
Right.
Then followed by Reggae Matic, then followed by Taurus Movement, OGS Genesis, Zygon International, and also Maximilia.
They bring back out Tumba.
Yeah. We bring back out. We try to bring back out somebody, but we're still waiting on a response. I don't know. We try to bring out another legend. We try to right. We still waiting on a hey. Call me now. we try to, but on a real,
you never know.
We never know.
You never know.
Right? But, on a real though, tickets moving fast. So if you don't have your ticket, you still have tickets on the outlets. You can call my number 762-3239.
Nice.
I have tickets on me. My selectors are part of Zygon International. I want to make this clear. I am not going to make that Cocoa play for us. I am staying in. We are staying in our lane. Yeah. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. No.
Wait, is it too young to be selector? I was the first person to sorry to get boasty. I was the first person to cut that on dub in '91.
Wow.
And he said, it was for Dance in Brooklyn. And he said, yeah, I'll do it. And hand on heart, Cockatee refused to voice that dub for any sound for 3 years.
Wow.
No one could get it. He said, I did it for Rodigan, I'm not doing it for anybody else. So I always had that in my back pocket. Someone gets boasty on me. Oh, you really think you're a tough guy? Oh, you're a tough guy, you're a wise guy. Okay. So, sound boy, won't you go home to your mama.
My God.
So the venue, and when David said the venue, say he wanted to be a surprise. We have a surprise in store for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the venue.
Center Excellence,
Hibiscus Hall.
Hall.
That's where they held the TIC Expo.
Okay, right.
We're using that entire space.
Nice.
Right? Vibes. Lots of space.
People outside tomorrow.
We're outside. So, it's all good.
Oh.
Yeah?
So, could we give away something?
Yeah, legend, yeah.
All right.
Let's take some calls.
2 tickets. So 2 tickets we can give away.
Yeah, 2 tickets we're giving away, man.
And how we doing it? So the first person to call and we answer the phone.
Yeah.
Everybody just start a call.
Yeah.
I'll give them a question.
You want to give them a question?
Ronnie, you'll give them a question.
You have to ask them the question.
All right, good.
All right, well, let me take a break.
Yeah.
And when we get back, we go deal with it.
All right.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Ram Jam featuring the Jungle of Reggae.
So the question is, when was that dub voice?
Which one did he?
Oh boy. I only thought my question was hard.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm in trouble.
You in trouble? Never.
I'm in trouble.
Never.
Zygon Some Life tomorrow.
Man,
We're going to be Zygon team in the building, man.
Yes,
Don't know.
Yes, sir.
But isn't that wonderful? That man Luciano, that singer, that star, that artist, a real example of artistry.
Yeah.
Luciano, songwriter, the way he voices dubs with harmonies and everything. Beres Hammond, those real masters of their craft.
Melody.
All right, take it off now.
Yes.
Yeah, but
I was joking.
David, wow, I forget. You know land.
Pardon?
When you reach Trinidad?
3 hours ago.
3 hours ago. Oh, so that's I'll forgive you.
What?
For forgetting your flash drive.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So everybody.
I didn't want to be ambushed.
By who? All of us are friends. Everybody can.
I'm joking. I just didn't think. I knew I had to do the radio. Had to be ready at 6. I ran into the hotel. I rushed downstairs again. I don't like to be late.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I can
apologize. Yeah.
No, it's all good, man. I mean, everybody had to come out tomorrow. I know tomorrow you're not holding back. You're bringing back all the big dubplates, the classics. So it's all about tomorrow. Tomorrow is a real show. So
Exactly.
So you feel about it though? Like you feel excited? You feel like I don't want to say, well, I don't know, maybe nervous because it's 15 years you've been, you haven't been to Trinidad in 15 years. So I don't know how.
But I know Trinidad knows music.
Yes. Facts.
So from that, when you go into a territory, a country, a town, a city, from that city's serious about its music, you can enjoy that because you're sharing. All that's happening is that I'm sharing what I love with like-minded souls. That's all that's happening. And that fusion, that community, that exchange of love, that's what makes a dance so special. And a good clash is equally entertaining, as long as it doesn't get bad-minded and unpleasant, which then takes the sweetness out of it.
Correct.
But yeah, so no, this is Trinidad and Tobago. This is Port of Spain's a reggae city, and I'm looking forward to it immensely.
We actually now talking about because Trinidad no music, but when you play, when you play dubs, a dub that you think is like gonna be a big one, and then the crowd just watch you like.
Yeah, that's the worst thing. It's called the dubs that don't work. And every sound boy and every sound girl listening right now on the radio here in Trinidad and Tobago is going to say to the sound, "Oh yeah, we've got one of those." And what happens is you get such a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
And here's my classic one. All right, I went to a dance in Brooklyn, clashing with Bodyguard. Right. The place was rammed. I decided I would cut a dub of. Just take the rhythm down a minute. What a weeping and a wailing down a Camanus Park, long shot, kick the bucket, right? That was a massive hit in England.
Right.
I cut it on special. I played it.
Crickets.
I
didn't know when you're hyping up to you.
I was dressed as a jockey with silk tongue and everything. And the trapdoor on the stage started to open, and I was going to go down it because because it wasn't a hit in America, and they just didn't know it. So that was a dub that didn't work. But that's what we do with selectors. We think, oh, this would be amazing, and you get down that, especially I love to put harmonies on everything, and then you try playing it, and people are like. Here comes the old tumbleweeds blowing through the dance. It's terrible, isn't it? What can we do? We're fanatics.
Yep.
That's the problem.
That's just all part of it. I think we, as songmen, we have all been there. We've all been in that situation.
And also when you pay your money and they voice
correct, and you spend your money too,
it's rubbish. That's why I hate that.
Oh, by the way, so I forgot the phone lines, maybe down.
The voice notes.
So we will do it on the WhatsApp, 7999696.
Anything.
What's the question?
The question is quite simple.
Right.
Ring the alarm, tenor saw. When was that dub cut? Name the year that dub was cut. It was Rodigan and Barry G in New York, and it was snowing, and it was in the 80s.
And I even shot I could help you with that answer. So if whoever gets called, we're not taking calls on your WhatsApp, send a message or voice note. If you know the answer, send a voice note.
Sorry. Tell us right ring the alarm. What year?
That's the question.
85, the Rodigan dub. Ring the alarm.
What year it was cut?
Yeah, first play. I mean, maybe. Do you know what? Maybe that's a hard question. Let me think. It's a hard question, isn't it? Yeah, it's hard.
Give my alternate question in case. Yeah, one more question.
All right, one more question. Okay. Who was the first man to voice Englishman in New York on Special?
Jesus.
Oh, I was. I just came. What an idiot. Shine it.
All right, so we'll see if anybody on your WhatsApp could answer those questions, and we'll see if we can give away 2 tickets.
Yeah.
But before you go, I just have one question.
Yeah, sure.
For all the people who love the culture, song clash culture, dub plates, what's your advice to them? Because it's still, it's still an ongoing movement worldwide, and some people might say the days are Rodigan, Kilimanjaro, Base Odyssey, Stone Love, those were like the glory days. But they still have so many people who still have love for the culture. What advice or what you want to tell those people who just keep the culture going?
Don't stop.
Don't stop.
If you stop, the game's over. We need new young selectors who are enthusiastic.
Correct.
And if they can't cut dubs because artists are no longer with us, that doesn't matter. You can still cut dubs with artists who are young and hot and fresh, or artists that are still with us, and you can come up with interesting ideas. The thing is, it is a culture, and if it doesn't keep getting promoted and people stop working on it, then the culture's going to fade away, sadly. We don't want that to happen. So my advice to all selectors and sound systems, don't stop, just keep doing what you do, because let's face it, I mean, you enjoy it, don't you?
We do.
So why
stop something?
And as long as there's a world unto its own where people can still clash with each other, why not?
Yeah, I agree.
Adding to what David said too, that was one of the reasons why we decided to bring David Rodigan back to Trinidad. Reggae Nation Alliance, TT, Trinidad Tobago Song Clash Fraternity, powered by Lullaby. We sat down and we said we wanted to kick back this song system culture back in Trinidad, right? And as you said, this was the reason we said, why not go for someone who has a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of experience,
Man gave us the whole history
4
today.
decades of playing this thing. You know, we see, you know, people will like, why? All in the songs is something, all you find out too old for it, you're never too old. If you love something, you do it, you continue to do it. You see some of these guys who do drag racing, when they jump out, they can't go in the cockpit. They look, they look.
Facts. If you love it,
if you love it, just don't stop. And that's facts, you know. So,
I know I said that was the last question. I have one more.
Go on.
Simple question. Tomorrow,
yes.
Do we have? Could we expect any new surprises? They talk about the new artists. I don't know. I'm just putting it out there. I don't know. You don't have to answer. We can wait and
I've
see.
always got a few cards up my sleeve.
All right, cool. You'll see.
I just want to hear the King Tubbies.
Which one?
No.
You can't touch me. That's a bum shot. Back in the day.
Come on.
No.
Yes.
That's the Tubby's mix.
Yes.
Tubby's mix. Yeah.
Must.
The great King Tubby. I mean, he was a real inspiration, and we became friends. The first time I met him was January 1979. I went to his studio in Waterhouse, and I said to him, I want to cut some dubs, and I was thinking, like, you know, because I'm on a radio, maybe I get a better special deal. And he looked up and he said, "There's the prices up there." Okay, then I get the message. And then he started playing me these songs, and I was like, no. And he looked at Jammies, and Jammies looked at him, and they both smiled. Then Tubby took this keys out and threw it to the engineer, and the engineer bent down and took this reel of tape out, and Tubby strung it up, and then he pressed play. Take the rhythm down a bit. Take it down, and it went. We are gonna mash down Rome with pieces, like a man god who is misled. And it was Michael Prophet, who I'd never heard of. And I said, "What is this?" He said, "It's Michael Prophet." I said, "Cut that plate." And he cut the plate, and it scrolled into the version. And that was, we are gonna mash down, I mean, just blazing horns and everything. And that was the first dub I cut with
David Rodigan, I didn't know you were from. I had no idea what you looked like, where you were from. And when I saw you for the first time, yo, that was mind blowing to me. So you are a legend. We appreciate you. We appreciate the history. We appreciate the contribution you bring to the culture, and of course we appreciate you being here on Ojo as well.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. And you're free anytime you're in Trinidad. We hope it don't take another 15 years before we see you again. You know, you're welcome in Trinidad, you're welcome on Ojo. Thank you very much, sir.
Respect.
Carefully get bomb rush tomorrow, and the man coming back.
Speaking of tomorrow, last reminder, get those tickets, the last minute tickets, they still have a few available. For tomorrow, Center Excellence.
Yes.
Welcome to Ram Jam. David Rodigan live right here in Trinidad.
Yes.
Man, enough respect, fellas. Thank you, Pastor.
Yes, man.